next play investors. What's the next play? investors. What's the next play?
Atlanta windows and doors would happen, baby.
Oh
Made it
man,
all happen.
Man,
I
that's
did the
all.
whole intro, man. I forgot to unmute myself, man. I'm sorry. So everybody out there that's listening, they ain't heard nothing for about 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them quirks that happened tonight. Oh man, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much. How you
All right,
feeling?
nothing much.
Oh man, everybody, what's going on, Reggie? I see you in here today. How you doing, man?
I'm well, thank you so much.
Oh, good, good, good. What everybody been up to, man? It's been a crazy week. What's going on?
What? I can't tell it.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you. So we got a real good, you know what I'm saying? I think we got a real good show tonight. I got some stuff, man. We said we're gonna keep talking about cryptocurrency. So I got some stuff, man, to break down NFTs and what I think. You got some news for us, and I think when we talked earlier, the news that you had kind of coexists with everything else that we talking about, but it really go with what we're gonna get it talking about on cryptocurrency. And so Stacy said we're gonna drop some nuggets on us with some information everybody can use to make passive cash flow, and everything gonna be everything, and everything gonna be what it is, as I say, Stacy.
That's right. That's right. That's right. We're gonna do the norm, provide the world with some good information, man. And happy to be able to do that from our platform, Next Play Investors. Make sure y'all like the channel, subscribe to the YouTube, share with a friend, tune in. If you get any value from it, you can ask any questions because it don't belong to us. Somebody taught us, so we can teach you and we can pass it on. So
Definitely.
yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in.
Definitely.
So I guess we can start the show off like we always do with a good success story. And I guess I started off since I got the mic. So of course, I'm a real estate investor, business owner, stock investor, so on and so forth. Also own a trucking company, and I got trucking literature out there online. And this week, from my website, cashflowstacy.com, I was able to sell my first course, which is called Hot Shot to Big Shot. I've been sitting on this course for a while and landed my first sale. I was really excited about it. Took me a while, but it happened. And I was excited about it. Great accomplishment for me. That's my success story for the week. I felt really good about it.
Hey,
It's
don't
the
it feel
best.
good? Don't it feel good to be going about your day and see that notification?
Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. It's the best money you could, the best passive cash flow, I think, you could ever make when you take intellectual property and create it into something that people can use and they can benefit from, and you can actually help somebody, and you're able to support your family and your lifestyle from it. So, man, man, that feeling is unbelievable. Even anything from $9 book to $1 PDF, whatever you create that's going to help somebody, I think is a great accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll move on to Slammin' Sam.
All right. I'd like to say hello everybody and early Merry Christmas and
Yeah.
everything to you. Basically, and my news for today is good news for this week is basically I guess I should explain really why this is good news for me. I've been doing subcontract work through my business, Atlanta Windows and Doors, and there was another company that I've been doing a whole lot of work for a lot of years. And of course, you know how businesses change, platforms and everything change. But when they changed this time, they tried to change my pay, basically what they wanted to pay me, whatnot. And what I wanted to convey to you guys basically is that, only you know your worth and what you'll accept. And I've been doing this business now for over 20 years. And what they were basically doing was trying to shortchange me so that they can make more profit. So they were trying to tell me that, hey, you can make good money doing it this way. And I'm like, but I was making more money doing it my way. So nevertheless, I didn't bend to the way they wanted me to bend to, and or sort of say bend over the way they wanted me to. But anyway,
You did good.
but so what I did, I put my thinking hat on and I said to myself, self, then I said, huh? I went to the actual vendors that they do business with, and they actually knew me. They know me better than they know the people that I was doing work for. And they said, well, heck, we've been trying to get you to come on board for the longest. So nevertheless, I signed a deal with them, and I just finished up, like, they got like 10 subdivisions really. And I just finished up all of their little hot spots and stuff in 3 days. I finished everything that they gave me, which they told me they would give me, a little bonus for if I could get it changed done before the end of, December. And I've taken care of it in 3 days. So I guess that's my success story. Again, I had to, just stand strong on what I believed in and what I know that I'm worth. And I didn't settle for it. Sometimes, I don't know how many of you guys are believers, but sometimes you just got to stand, man. When you hear that voice inside of you, you say, nah, you got to believe in yourself, and you got to stand strong and not let that shake your courage or your faith. And that's what I did, and I guess that's my success story, man.
Awesome,
Hey, that's
awesome.
an awesome success story. That goes, hey, I like
Yeah,
that one.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
You stood tall in the trenches.
Hey, man, that's
You
a
know what I'm
great
saying? When a lot of people turn the tail and
fold.
took them lower prices, it's like,
Yeah,
like, well, we don't know what we're gonna do. We got, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it took a lot of courage, man. It took a lot of courage.
But it's also it makes it a little easier when you have other avenues too. You know what I'm saying? Because if I didn't know what I know about stocks and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it would be a little harder to
That's
make
a
those
great
decisions.
point.
But now that I do know what I know, I'm like, I can still make money. Either way, I can still make money. Would it be the money that I want to make? Probably not right now, but I can still make money. I can still feed my family, So
Hey,
it made
something?
it easier. It definitely made it easier. Huh?
That's a nugget. That's a real
Oh
like
yeah.
you really just said something that was really powerful. And I don't know if because that's what it really do when you do generate money from investments, where you don't have to feel that
Still make money.
that that
Multiple
survival
streams.
tactic. It give you a little bit of it's multiple streams, but your mindset. I'm gonna talk about this in a minute, but your mindset change when you got other things flowing in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? You make decisions better because you're not looking at, well, oh, what if I fail? What if I fail? Because you got to fail 3 times. Like, what if you got one thing going on and you got to make a decision? You got to fail twice to mess up everything. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it make it easier to make a decision when you got more than one income to be able to make your decision off of.
Right.
You see what I mean? Like,
Yep.
even just learning stocks and learning how to make a little bit of money can help you in your decision making through life. Cause
Yeah.
you ain't, oh, what if they fire me if I don't do this? Oh, what if if I take my kids to work? If I got to go pick my kids up from school, you know what I mean? What, I don't want to lose my job. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
got another avenue of income, so you can make better decisions.
Which is why we have Cash Flow Stacy.
Oh,
He's been preaching about different streams of income, how to generate this income, whether it be a lot or a little, either whether it still generates money and it still comes into the house. So, hey, we living, not only are we doing, we living it too. We're going through life just like everybody else is. And, hey, we don't just talk about it, we live it, man. Cash Flow Stacy, that's money he gets, he's not just putting that stuff out there just to be putting it out there. He makes money from it. So,
Yeah, and like you said, man, I agree. That was a good nugget. That allows you to make different. I think it takes the pressure off of you.
Yeah.
Because if you got that other passive income coming in, you don't necessarily now. Say if you didn't have anything coming in, then yeah, you may be up under a lot of pressure where you gotta Totally.
Then it's more like a leap of faith. Then,
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
You know.
yeah,
But if you got that other passive stream of income, you're like, nah, I'll pass.
The
And
yeah,
beautiful
you also
thing,
can select
yeah,
what you want to do. Go
yeah,
ahead.
What'd you say, Reggie?
the beautiful thing about setting yourself up and put yourself in a situation like that is that we're all walking tight ropes at some point in time in our lives, but there's a huge difference when you have a safety net.
true.
You have a
True.
safety net,
True.
you can make decisions that you normally would not make if you did not know that, hey, my stocks got me, my investments got me. They can
Mm-hmm.
get me through this. They can get me through this in particular. So let me go ahead and make the decision that I know that my now former client,
Yeah.
that's your situation now,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and because they thought they had you backed up in a corner,
Yeah. Yeah.
that you made a decision that they didn't think you were going to make.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Up with some different people, and you came out ahead.
Yeah.
It was okay for you to make that decision because you were of a completely different mentality than they were thinking because something had your back.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. That's it right there. That's definitely it. Hey man, you dropped a nugget and wasn't even trying to, man. Look at
Wasn't
you.
trying, boy.
Wasn't even trying, man. I do
It just flowed out.
it
Just flow right
it
on in
just
there.
flowed on right. We don't divert the
It,
show and now
it,
man, you don't get hey man, it gave me some energy right there. Cause
it just fell out.
yeah, I caught it and then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute, this man just said some real profound stuff right here, man. He wasn't even trying to. He was just talking. That's what you get with authenticity of people really going through it at the same time they talking about it and doing it. You know what I mean? You hear some stuff and that's how you know it's real versus as the young
Ooh,
people say cap.
Yeah,
ooh, no
Yeah.
cap.
Yeah,
No cap.
ain't no
the
cap.
beauty of this story.
Yeah.
The beauty of this story is that I don't know if you answer me this question. I don't know if you were actually even trying to make this particular point. It's just that by your actions and by the things that you have done, you've put yourself into a situation that altered your thinking enough for you to make this particular set of decisions to get this outcome. And
Mm-hmm.
you may
Yeah.
have done it. You may have done it completely. What's the term?
Subconsciously.
Yeah, subconsciously, in exactly the same way as if you didn't have a safety net, you would have made their predetermined decision subconsciously. You wouldn't even know you'd done it.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let me
that's
ask a
good.
question.
I want to say something about that, about the subconscious and the conscious mind, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And real life, no cap talk. I've been training with my son for the past, I don't know, 3 weeks in basketball, and just training him down in the post. When you get the ball down in the post, turn around, hit it off the glass, turn around, and we might do maybe 500 exercises just like that every time we train. And Friday night, he got the ball in the post without even thinking. It was just like automatic. So yeah. So I think by being in this environment and training, we're really training every Sunday. We're training our subconscious mind how to think, how to act, how to react to certain situations, and just hearing stories like this is going to help a lot of people.
Oh yeah, that's really what it started from to get together as a collective and be able to enjoy it and train the mindset. Hey, it's a question. I'll give you some more love.
Hey.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give my success story now, man. My success story, man, is just what it is. Like I say, the mindset change. Like I've been at the beginning of November, I started a mindset change, and I've been sticking to it. You know what I mean? Because it's about habit and subconsciously not thinking about your actions. We don't think to breathe. You don't walk around thinking, "Oh, I gotta breathe. Hold on, I can't forget to breathe." You don't think about it. You know what I mean? You just breathe, and it becomes a natural part of who you are. You know what I'm saying? And this is what, like I say, the mindset is everything, because I had to, like, I thank God every Sunday for this particular setting. You know what I'm saying? Because it was created where we can get around each other and have like minds. It has helped me tremendously. You know what I'm saying? And so that is still again always my success story. But my other success story was um, Christmas coming, and I'm glad to be not shopping, because you know, get it over with, and we ain't gotta deal with it no more. You know what I mean? I love the fact that Santa Claus supposed to come down the tree, but you know, we won't. I'll be glad when all this over with. We get all through all this. Everybody do their New Year's resolution. We get back to normal. You know, all that type stuff. So my success story is just really my mindset, just still staying where it is. Been a great week. Been getting a lot of stuff done, man. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I think for me now it's just building and continuing to apply the information that is achieved. And like, even I had to dive deeper, man, into cryptocurrency so I can explain it to y'all, to make sure my knowledge is based on facts, not something that I believe or I feel that I can, you know what I'm saying? So it's helping me out a lot, because successfully I'm learning so much more just by being able to do this show on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? To be able to say, hey, look at this. It's kind of like a kid. Look what I found. Woo! You know what I'm saying? And so it's just one of those things. That's my success story for the week. So, Miss Tubner, was she there? What's your success story, Miss Tubner? How are you doing today? She gone.
Happy Sunday, you all. You said, what's my success story?
Yeah.
I don't have one, but I'm glad I'm off work for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And in those 2 weeks, I will be trying to research about this crypto so I can make sure that I'm ready in 2022.
That's a good thing. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, so that's
Now,
what I'm going
ask
to
a
be
question.
doing.
You got a success story?
Was that
Um,
or oh, it's a question. Okay.
that's me. Hey.
Hey.
No, not really. I really didn't be doing anything, but I get it out. I dive deep into gaps and glowbacks. I kind of went back to that. I tried to watch options, but I gotta give my break. I gotta give my brain a break. So I just went back to gaps and glowbacks, and then I was like, okay, the course starts gaps and glowbacks is this week, so I'll watch it with them again. But I did do a little bit. I did a little bit on verticals because that's what I'm gonna have to use to do options. So I did watch that on Friday, but it's so much information. I have to take it slow. I have to digest that slow.
Awesome. Awesome. Well,
So
that's good. You were in there on the options. We actually did our first call option on Monday.
oh yeah, how was it?
Hey, we did 3 covered calls
Uh-huh.
on 3 different stocks, and right now our expiration is on December the 23rd, and our
Okay.
options are winning, all 3 of them right now.
Okay.
So it's, I mean, very small, not a whole lot invested, but all 3 of the options are winning right now. And so right now it looks good for next play.
Next play.
It looks good for next play right now. So
Okay.
that's
Good.
it.
Yeah, that's it for me right now.
Reggie.
Yes, sir.
You got a success story for the week?
I wouldn't necessarily call it a success story, but a success mentality. It's kind of everything that we began this conversation with. I'm kind of in the middle of applying right now, because if it was any other year, I would think that I was in a not so great situation. Because I mean, how do you put it? I'm new to the group, so I don't know how much business people put of themselves out there. But let's just say that over the holidays, I have a number of outstanding invoices with a client, and it's I'm like, is Santa Claus going to make it down the chimney or not? But the thing is that instead of panicking, because I've also done a bit of buying of some equipment and some things like that to reinforce the business, because luckily this year I did have some invoices actually get paid. So I had some money to be able to put back into the business. Now, this client stopped paying invoices back in September. But I had enough reserves. And again, as you guys were talking about things like investments and whatnot, I kept to my plan. Now, I still don't have it. Now, at least I've managed to make some communications with the client. But I hope to see that money. I don't think I'm going to see that money by the end of this year. But you know what? That's okay. As long as it gets to me at some point in time, and I don't have to bring, the EEOC into it or anything like that. I'm okay. And I am continuing to move forward as planned, as opposed to, I guarantee if I was in the same situation a couple of years ago, I would have put the kibosh on things. I would have started to panic. I would have circled the wagons, so to speak, and that would put an end to my master business plan. You see I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm still moving forward. I have faith. I have a bit of a safety net, so I'm okay. I still got food that's going to be on the plate at least till like next June or so, and I can keep moving forward with what I know will ultimately be a success.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was so interested in the talk that you guys shared at the very beginning of this, because I believe I'm in the process of living it. So hopefully by end of first quarter next year, I'll have a happy ending to this story that I'll be able to share with you guys too.
Mm.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's good. That's good, man.
It's a success story. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the whole part, man, to bring positivity, man, so we can start off talking about it on a positive note. I mean, I think, how everybody's not going to have, like, everybody's not in the same position. I think that's why, to let everybody's doing different things. That's what makes it so cool, because we can all come here and chit chat about it. You know what I'm saying? From different areas.
Yeah. I mean, but by what Reggie was saying, it's like his mindset. I mean, I don't know if you caught it. It's like he said before, his mindset was one way, but now that he has these other things that can sustain him, he doesn't have to switch and react that way. Now he can sit back and say, okay, I know these people owe me money, but instead of me reacting this way, I got a little more time to sit here and say, okay, I can put that same focus and that same energy over here versus me worrying about me trying to get that money this way, So I really understand what he's talking about, really, because I know Stacy does too. I've been through it. Matter of fact, I'm still going through it right now. I got I ain't even gonna say how much these companies owe me. I just keep going, man. Like, hey, at the end of the day, one person, like when I was doing scalpel a long time ago, old dude, man. I'm young. I was younger then. Up there putting that stuff up, putting it in. This is industrial scaffolding. And, young guys try to show how strong they are, moving stuff real quick and building. And there's an older cat up there, and he's always talking about, well, man, what you doing? He said, man, we got to get this done by the end of the day. Got to get it done. He said, young man. He said, slow down. He said, and guess what? He said, at the end of the day, no matter what you do, you're going to be exactly where you need to be.
Yep.
Didn't make sense till I got older, though.
Yeah.
So no matter what you do, what God has for you, you're going to be exactly where you need to be. Ain't no need of putting forth any more effort, mindset, energy, anything. Just change track like you've done, Reg, and keep it moving. It's gonna fall right into place.
Sam, we talked about that at church today. Good point. What's for you is for you.
That's it. All right. Well, we running, and I might got a little something to say. Let's get it started. I hate to push everybody and move it. We had a sidebar that went good for the night.
Yeah. It happens.
It happens. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Sam
all right.
killed
Well,
the show already, man. Look at that, man. Sam came in with the good news.
all right. Well, this week in the market, we'll talk about, of course, the sectors, and I'm going to talk about, where we are at on the points and how the market did. So this week, the Dow Jones went down 1.68% to currently close at 35,365. S&P lost 1.94% and currently closed at 4,621. And the NASDAQ has lost 3.2% and is currently at 15,801. As far as the sectors, we got real estate number 1, consumer discretionary, number 2, information technologies, number 3, healthcare, 4, communication services, 5, materials, 6, utilities, 7, consumer staples, 8, industrials, 9, energies, 10, and financials is at the bottom. Well, this was last week, so you had an opportunity to get you some good banking stocks. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, some Visa, MasterCard, things like that in the financials. So you could have probably bought on the dip last week if you were paying attention to them. Kind of mixing a little crypto information in there since we've been talking about crypto here the past couple of weeks. I want to talk about Nike. They bought an NFT this week. The name of the company was RTFKT Studios, and they purchased this particular shoe that's going to be worn in the metaverse. So Nike spent a whole lot of money directly into the metaverse by buying a digital shoe. And it's an NFT. I think Franco is going to talk about that tonight. Also, Adidas joins the metaverse. Wear Giant is working on a Bored Ape called a Yacht Club NFT collector, and with CryptoPunks is another one. It's like a comic, but CryptoPunks, they've sold NFTs for millions of dollars. And another one is Keanu Reeves. Remember him from The Matrix?
Yeah.
The Matrix star poses with some cryptocurrency. And, a lot of people are saying like the red pill and the blue pill in The Matrix is kind of like the metaverse, So you got some superstars now is being used in the metaverse to promote, metaverse cryptocurrency. Another one, Bank of America. Avalanche is an Ethereum alternate. So there's a coin out on the market called Avalanche. Bank of America is invested in Avalanche. And what Avalanche does, it settles transactions between one wallet and another wallet. So more crypto news. Sotheby's net, $100 million from NFTs. The auction house made $100 million from NFT sales this year, as its total revenue swelled to $6 billion in cryptocurrency. Jack Dorsey and Jay-Z named board for Africa Bitcoin Fund. Everybody know Jay-Z on this channel, a lot of big investments he's made in. So if we look at all these investments from Nike, Adidas, you got Keanu Reeves, you got Bank of America, you got Sotheby's, you got Jack Dorsey and Jay-Z. All these people are investing in the crypto world. So, you know, from the next play standpoint, we may want to follow the money, you know, in some form or fashion. Everybody, you know, got different views about cryptocurrency, but these are the facts. You know, these people are spending millions and millions of dollars in these investments. And we got to start thinking different. We got to start thinking bigger, like these guys, like JP and Jack Dorsey and Nike. We got to start thinking like these guys. When they move, we got to move, you know?
Mindset
So, yeah. Mindset is everything. So get that mind. Go ahead, Sam.
That's what his shirt says. Did you?
He pushing that shirt. Mindset, everything.
Yeah, mindset, everything.
That's gonna be his motto for tonight.
I know, right? So on to the next play nugget. And so this week's next play nugget is I'm gonna talk about making passive cash flow from dividend stocks. And basically what a dividend is when the company makes profit and they give the shareholders part of that profit, and that profit is called a dividend. Okay. And I got a few stocks that I currently track and trade pretty much every morning. I chart them. One is called Chevron. It's a fuel company for energy company. And it's currently trading at $113. Back during 2020, this stock dropped all the way down to like $40, you know, during the pandemic. But now it's trading at $113. But the annual dividend on a share of this stock is $5.36. Yes.
Could you explain to the listeners or watchers the difference between the annually dividend and the quarterly dividend payout?
Well, they pay out a quarter, of course, is 4 months. So basically what you'll do in order to get the quarterly dividend, you'll take $5.36 and divide it by 4, because there's 4 quarters in a year. So, and then the annual is the sum of all the quarterly dividends added together. So basically annual is 12 months, $5.36 every month. They're going to pay you per share that you own. Another one is a biotech company called ABIV. The ticker is ABBV. It's priced at $129, and its annual dividend is $5.16 a share. And the last one is Johnson & Johnson, right? It's a healthcare company, and it's trading at $168 right now. The dividend is $4.24. And real quick, a tip on Johnson & Johnson. I caught a glitch on the news. I didn't see the whole story, but I know that Moderna and Pfizer booster shots were approved, right? They didn't say anything about Johnson & Johnson. So that being said, you may see a dip in the stock price because, and if you do see a dip, let's just say Johnson & Johnson went down to $150, $140, right? Okay, fine. They're still going to pay you $4.24 annually per share. Your company's been around forever, you know. And the news about the news that just came out is just propaganda. And just from being a part of Next Play over the past year or so, we know that's going to pass. And the chance of the stock going right back up to 166 is a very good chance. It's going to go 168 and higher because the company's been long. But my point is the dividend of 424 is passive cash flow. And then you take that passive cash flow from these dividends, and you could, it depends on who you're with as far as your broker, but you can set up what they call a drip, where you reinvest that dividend back into that stock. every time they pay a dividend, you reinvest it back and you buy more shares of that stock. And by doing that, you create a snowball. So every year you reinvesting back in the stock, your snowball gets bigger, it gets bigger, it gets bigger, it gets bigger, it gets bigger as you reinvest those dividends back in the stock. For an example, Chevron, let's just take Chevron for example. You'll make $536 every year if you owned 100 shares of Chevron. And then at the end of the year, your dividends will buy you an additional 5 shares, which will increase your snowball. And then the next year, it'll double. And then in the next year, and it just get bigger and bigger and bigger. So until the point where and then not including you actually buying on the dip when the bad news comes out that they hadn't been approved for the booster and it dips down. Okay, well, you got some extra money. You buy in and you accumulate more shares. And then the stock price goes up, then that increases your value of your portfolio along with the amount of dividends you're going to get at the end of the year. So your attention when you buy a stock, for me, when you buy a stock, your attention is on how much passive cash flow that stock is going to pay you. Mm-hmm. You know, when you buy, how much company is that, because if it has no cash flow, say no.
That's a good slogan.
Hey, if it has no
cash flow, just say no.
Just say no if it has no cash flow. So and then my last nugget on that is you can avoid or reduce your taxes depending on what type of fund you have it in. So like if you have it in a Roth IRA with your pre-tax dollars in there, and you trading inside your Roth IRA, then all that dividend profit you make, all that profit you make when you buy low, and then whenever you get retirement age, 59 and a half, you sell out, you can avoid a lot of capital gains taxes. So last but not least, I am not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. Investing of any kind involves risk. Consult a professional financial advisor or a professional fiduciary before you do any type of investing. I'm Cashflow Stacy. We on the Slam and Sand with the news.
Hey man, I like that. I like that. That's some good information. I like that.
Yeah, man.
See you skipped ahead of them hands raised though.
What you mean, man?
Hands.
Wait,
raise hands. You ain't answering no question.
Well, what kind of question you got, man? Hold on. Go ahead with the question.
It wasn't me.
Oh, who asked a question? My bad. I missed
I raised my hand.
I'm sorry, Mr. Franco. What you had to say?
Guess what?
You had already answered it.
Guess what? He already answered it.
Man.
They say the doctor's already been in.
Oh man.
Oh man. Hey man. On to the news, man. The company Riviera, it's a car EV company. They have released their quarterly statements and they have fallen short, which is causing their stocks to drop. This is an EV car making company. They were really big on meeting their quotas. I mean, when I say they were big, they were boasting about, we're going to meet our numbers. We're going to meet all this. Now they haven't met their numbers and their production numbers won't be met either. So this is sort of like when we talk about evaluating companies, and when they come out, this EV company is new and they evaluated themselves so high. You need to start paying attention to how companies evaluate themselves. Me and Franco was talking earlier about this. These companies' evaluations, they come out really high, but they have no legs really to stand on because they haven't been there that long. So you need to watch it when you're doing your investing. Like Stacy was saying, hey, if there's no cash flow, hey, just say no. But these companies, they look really good on paper. And you sit there and you see how much the company is worth. Their valuation is worth $10 million or $10 billion. And they just came on the market. You should ask yourself, how is this company worth this much? They haven't did anything yet. You start asking yourself these questions and it makes perfect sense to you. Be like, they can't be worth that. Go ahead, Stacey.
Hey, case in point, I think it was Nikola was like that. They came out with a big evaluation, and they got me. They got me on the hustle. They didn't have no engine in the truck, and it was driving downhill, and yeah, they got me. They got me. I lost money with Nikola.
Yeah, I mean, but it is a true company. Riviera, they're a real company, and but they just pump themselves up bigger than they really are, and their prices are starting to slump and go back to where they originally was supposed to enter the market at because of their valuation. And I think all of these companies that are coming out, their valuations are tremendously high to me. I wait for the pullback, and then that's when I buy in. Actually, now on top of that, I'm not a fiduciary advisor. Please advise a professional when you're making trades of your own and whatnot. Thank you very much. Now, that being said, moving on to my next story. My next story is a good one because of what this company is doing. The company is MP. It is a material company. What they do, they mine the material to make magnets. Their stock ticker is MP. They're currently selling for $42.48. But what they're doing, well, let me reverse and say this is how they used to run their process. They'll mine the material, they would ship it over to China. They would actually turn it into magnets and ship it all the way back to the United States. Now, this company is saying, we're no longer doing that. We're going to mine the material. We're going to manufacture it and everything right here in the United States now. So China's been cut out of it. This is the second largest magnet making company in the world. So they cut out China. They're doing this stuff right here. They're building a new facility over in Fort Worth, Texas. And not only that, they have partnered with GM. You guys need to listen to what I'm saying. This company, the second largest magnet making company in the world, the stock ticker is MP. They have partnered with GM, General Motors. They are making a manufacturing company in Fort Worth, Texas. Everything is in the US. Go ahead.
So you know what makes that more important? And what makes that more important is, and when we was talking, I said this. They just found the largest lithium deposit that they think in America, in Las Vegas, Nevada. They think, I mean, not in America, in the world. They think that an old volcano in Nevada has the most lithium in the world, and they just discovered this last week. So if the battery making for EVs comes to America, and that volcano that they found is actually true, they're gonna, America gonna be great again across the world making batteries.
Yep. So, needless to say, back to my story, those magnets, hey, that's a big deal because me and Stacy, I don't know, I believe me and Stacy both bought into Intel. Remember, the same story came up about Intel moving back to the United States. They wanted to gain 30% of the chip manufacturing business, period. But they started building a manufacturing plant here in the United States too. There are a lot of companies that are looking at coming back to the US now, simply because of what's been going on with your computers being sabotaged, all this other stuff. And they think it's just going to be safer to manufacture the stuff here in the US. But stock tickers, MP and GM. Hey, I'm Slam and Sam. That was my news for today. Hope you guys, it helps you guys out. And, on Mr. Franco. Oh, Miss Tupner.
Your
Turn
mic
your
is
mic
muted.
on.
Hi. What did you say the other ticker was? Was it GM?
General Motors. Yeah.
General Motors. Okay.
Mhm.
And I can say I know General Motors is on a major pullback because I track them every morning.
Yeah.
And they went super high. You know, when it came out, some news came out about General Motors. I think they were doing some EV stuff
Last week or so.
a couple of weeks back. It went super high, but right now General Motors on a pullback. And I actually have General Motors dividend probably right here that I could give everybody. I can find it real quick. General Motors.
Hey, that man,
Oh, I'm sorry. General Motors gonna pay zero. No
oh,
dividend.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me check this.
hey, hold on. Did that man go to the roller deck?
Hey, let me keep it real. 100. No cap. We rolling the roll. Yeah, we old school. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong, Stacey. There's nothing wrong with being old school.
Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. No cap.
Went to the Rolodex over there.
Yeah, I'm rolling the roller deck.
Hey, a man's wealth is determined by the size of their Rolodex.
That's a good one.
True words have never been spoken.
That's funny.
Okay, and MP, from what I'm looking at, they do not have a dividend. So just letting you know that.
But and then by the dividend, you know, sometimes companies don't pay dividends when they're trying to reinvest all the money back into the company. So
yeah,
you know, some of them don't. You know, Berkshire Hathaway doesn't pay a dividend, but
yeah,
stock is like 400,000 a pop. So
yeah, man.
You know, so sometimes it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. It's getting close to the time, and I want to get some juicy information away today, man. Sam killed it, Stacy killed it. Let me try to get some revenge. Man, so man, the biggest thing, man, I've been diving deeper and deeper into this crypto world, man, and we say we gonna have the next play. You know what I mean? We always talking, and we always, we carrying on as a group, man, and we do this and we talk about it all the time. So tonight, man, we really gonna come with it because this NFT thing. I'm gonna lay out some stuff for you tonight and let you see what's going on, and we gonna talk about it a little bit, and we gonna ride it out, and we gonna have a good time. You know what I mean? So everybody know what's going on with NFTs. Because the thing about NFTs is,
Fungible token.
yeah, the thing about NFTs is mindset is everything. Plug. But yeah, we talking about the old way and the new way. One of the things I want everybody to really, really, really get about what's going on with crypto is there's nothing different happening. It's the same lifestyle, just changed to the digital way. Like you own physical things at your house. As they create this metaverse, as they create this virtual world, people are going to want to, everything is the same. People are going to want to own things. People are going to want to have things and say that they have rarity. People are going to want to actually be involved with certain things that go along with all of this. You see what I mean? And so you got to realize and really take a look at what's really being said and what's really going on, because it'll make you believe something because they changing the terminology. It's all semantics. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's all semantics. All semantics. And with it being all semantics, it makes it seem like it's something different. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are just you creating something and saying it's yours, and you getting paid now for it that you created. So digital skills are going to be a great thing for the coming up future. Kids, children, even adults, you're going to have to get into digital skills. You're going to have to learn to create something because you're being forced to. If you want to be a part of the new world, you got to create something. You got to know how to create something. You got to know how to sell something, because the metaverse is here. When you think about how all the communication with Facebook is through Facebook, you video, you chat, you got WhatsApp, you got Instagram, you got all your communication in the world right now going through one company, and they're going to create a metaverse where you actually go into this virtual world and you can interact with people in a virtual way. You got Google glasses, you got Apple glasses, you got Oculus, you got all these things virtual to create the virtual world. We're working from home. Where everything is done virtual. I mean, even shopping, everything. I'm going fast just because the point is everybody knew it. Metaverse is going to happen. Just like Stacy said earlier, they're dumping big money in Bitcoin. They're dumping big money in virtual worlds. So you have to understand that all of that's going to happen. So NFTs in itself are your right to your ownership of your work. If it's your own video, if it's your own saying, if it's your own picture, somebody else may want to own your stuff. And mindset is everything in this. Again, we got to grasp on the point of the worldview of what we see. You know what I'm saying? We're not dealing with America anymore. You're not just selling to people. We're not just selling stuff to little buddy across the street or our cousin and uncle that stay next city over. Everything is going to worldwide trade. So you know what I mean? The picture of your foot can actually somebody overseas might like feet, and they will buy a picture of your foot. This is real. You know what I mean? Even the clothing that you have on, if you just if you're somebody that sew or whatever else, you can actually take a picture or design your clothing and actually sell it, which is what we saw. Even with the thought with what Stacy had about the Nike buying into the metaverse, Adidas buying in the metaverse. These companies are trying to think about if you take a Jordan and you don't even make a shoe, have a picture of the shoe or a wearable where you can wear the shoe in the virtual world, how many pairs you sell when you only created it one time digitally? And you can sell it 1,000, a million, a billion times digitally and get paid off of it for making it one time. That's the thing. And if you don't have digital skills to be able to just do basic photo editing or editing videos or something like that, or just using the app, you're not going to be able to get in. If you don't know how to take pictures, now everybody knows how to take pictures. And if you really see how all this stuff is actually flowing, where we're already used to being in the metaverse, it's already normal. Go ahead, Stacey.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say the same thing. The metaverse is already we're already in the metaverse.
Correct.
If you think about, we all use Facebook or we all use Instagram,
Correct.
and so the information that we get off of Facebook and Instagram is information that's broadcasted around the world. I heard Marlon Wayans was saying, he said one time, they was asking about a movie that was coming out. And does he want it to come out in the theaters or does he want it to come out on Netflix? And he said, Netflix, of course, because on Netflix, people can see me all around the world versus if it was released here in the US, they can only see me here in the US. So we're already traveling around the world from our homes using the platforms that we already have, which makes sense to why they changed the name from Facebook to Meta, because that's what it is already.
It's already the metaverse.
Yeah.
We already in the digital world, and you think about it, nobody's paying you for your post. Nobody's
Nope.
paying you for your pictures that you post. Well, the crypto people, that's what NFTs really are. You see what I mean? That's what NFTs really are. Is you can get paid for your personal items of pictures, words, everything. Because now it's a way to get paid for it. Because of all the things crypto is actually allowing to do. People may want it in their house and wherever in their crypto pad or whatever, just to say they own it. That's the cool part about it. And, so we get into it, and I'm gonna explain to you. It's so simple to create a crypto NFT. All you got to do is use graphic design software. You can do image, video, GIF, any kind of digital asset. You can do a picture, a painting. You can draw something. You can draw a line on a piece of paper. It might sell. You see what I mean? You like, and you make collections, and they sell the collections because you can make one with a line going up, one with a line going left, one with a line going right. That's a collection, and you can put it out there. And somebody may pay you big money for it. They're actually selling virtual rocks. If you go on the place where I'm gonna show you in a minute, they sell rocks. People buying different shaped rocks, digital rocks. And I encourage the people in Next Play to go start checking some of this stuff out. so you can start seeing what's really going on and what these people are really buying. They're buying stuff to create the look of their world digitally now. You know what I mean? So once you develop your product, you just choose your blockchain. Everybody's doing Ethereum right now. You know what I'm saying? Because all the platforms right now support Ethereum. They do support others, but Ethereum is still what we call the main net. You set up a digital wallet, choose your NFT marketplace. We say OpenSea is the best one, and one that you can actually save a lot of money on. We'll probably talk about that in a little bit. You upload your file, set your price. You can do it as an auction. You can do it as a fixed price. You can set an unlimited auction where people just keep buying them. Now, the cool part about it is you make it one time and you can sell it as many times as people want it. So having digital skills in the coming future for the kids, for adults, all of this is going to be a necessity because you can be able to sell it and you can be able to, achieve all the things that you want to do by creating NFTs. And so the cool part about it is it's yours. You got intellectual property over your thoughts, your ideas, and you can actually benefit and make money from your own thoughts and ideas. That's what NFTs really is. Somebody else want to take your idea, thought, and you can sell it now. So that's what it really is. But I don't want to get everybody thinking, oh, I can just go put my thought, I can go put my tweet up from last week or my Facebook post from last week up, and somebody gonna give me $1 million. That's not how it's gonna happen. You see what I mean? So the thing about selling NFTs, and this is kind of what we're doing here in Next Play. We're building a community of people, man. We're gonna talk about investing in stocks, and we're gonna get everybody involved and really be able to do it. So if we create NFT, it may become something one day. You know what I mean? And Next Play investors in NFT. So the thing about it is, and it sells. You know what I'm saying? Building a brand and all the people that are in the NFT business, they're already known brands. They've been in cryptocurrency since it starts, so everybody knows the brand, everybody knows the name, everybody is. But this goes back into point number 2 of why we already in the metaverse. And I'm gonna answer it in a real quick, simple thing. Why are followers and likes so important? Because why are followers and likes so important on social platforms?
Because of the AI tracks all that.
Okay, that's one. Anybody got something else?
It's not as different as follows and likes in real life because it's the new digital currency. Okay. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of, like I said, I just graduated from school, and a lot of these young kids that are coming out, they are getting interviewed by marketing companies, by companies that have products that have a marketing platform. And one of their biggest questions is not, it used to be about, hey, do you know how to operate and how to use these social media platforms? No, they want to know literally what your track record is on these social media platforms. How many followers do you have? Because that is literally currency. Because if you have 2 people that have the same amount of experience, the same amount of education, things like that, that employer will opt for the person who has the larger social media platform reach, because their reach becomes the company's reach.
All right.
Intellectual property.
So, okay.
Also, following up on that, that's just the same thing like in the music industry also. When an artist goes to get signed. Years ago, they would just sign the artist, and just put him in and put a lot of promotion behind the artist. But now the artist has to come to the record label with his own following.
With his own fan base.
His own fan base.
Build the fan base.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, nowadays the artist doesn't even need the record label. The record label needs the artist, because it used to be the record label had the base. So if an artist wanted to make it, they would go directly to the record label, and then the record label would distribute to their base. But that has been completely flipped. Now there's artists out here that are multimillionaires because they put some stuff out on SoundCloud for free and it hit. Look at Lil Nas X.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you need to look at Lil Nas, but
true
just
enough,
as a
he
story.
got his beat off of SoundCloud and he just put some lyrics behind it and it hit.
And now he is literally one of the biggest, albeit controversial, but still one of the biggest and artists literally on the planet. Completely independent.
All right, so what we gonna do is I'm gonna come back in and I'm gonna say every answer was great, and I knew tonight when I put on my shirt tonight that I was gonna have to bring this to you because all y'all made great answers, but you gotta understand something about the future: community, tribe, following. The world has changed where you're not gonna interact with people in face to face. People, the herd effect is still going to be the same, but it's virtual. So everybody's going to go with the followers you have, make your NFTs, make the people that follow your tribe are going to be your money in the future. So everybody's got to build a virtual brand in order to stay relevant. Even if you don't want to, because as everything go virtual, you become worthless. Not saying worthless in a sense of a person, but as an investor, as a person that's trying to generate money, as a person that's trying to do business to be able to gain generational wealth, everything will go to how many people actually know you, like you, see your content, like your content. You see what I mean? This is where you're going because the NFTs are they're only like popular and get spade because of the rarity. You see what I mean? Like you can drop an NFT and when you drop an NFT, you got to pay what's called gas fees. You know what I'm saying? And so the gas fees themselves variate by how much transactions on the market. But you may have a $200 gas fee just to create your NFT. But you have to understand something. If you have a community and following, and you drop your NFT and you sell 1,000 of them, you just spent $200, $200, two big faces, whatever you want to call it, to make that same amount of money. So if you sell your NFT for $100 and you automatically got a following, and you just say over a period of 2 years you sell 1,000, because you only got to make it one time with the gas fee, but somebody else pays the fees when they sell it. You see what I'm saying? When they buying and selling, that's when you pay the gas fee. So you don't have to pay the fee until you actually sell something. You pay the fee to create it, then you pay the fee when you sell something. But you're making money when you sell something. You see what I'm saying? So everybody's gonna jump out here in NFTs, and you got to understand that you got to build some type of brand of who you are, what you stand for, so people can do it. This is already how people buy and sell things from people now. Anyway, I had my man Grant Cardone up here, and we all know Grant. You know what I mean? It's like everybody knows Grant, and I had my man Grant Cardone up here because of the simple fact that it's one of them situations where everything is sales. We hear about Grant. We used to follow Grant for a while and listen to a lot of Grant. Grant has took sales and showed you another level. He's another person that we follow as far as an investor because he has good points and bad points. But that's the thing. Like when you're looking at these NFTs, you got to look at the fees and the cost that it's going to cost you to do it. But again, you can sell thousands and millions of this off one idea. It's the new way of business because the old way was hand-to-hand transactions. The new way is not even really a product. You know what I mean? It's something that you create because you use your intellectual ability to think and be able to do. And then you can be able to invest. And this is why the young people are making so much money now because they create something. They got a tribe of people because they got so many followers on social media. They drop an NFT project, it blows up, millions of dollars pour in. They're creating money from their social following. The brand, why do you think the brands are running to get in there like Nike? Because they can create a digital Jordan and sell the real shoe and a digital shoe probably in the same amount. And they only got to create they only got to create the real shoe.
And it doesn't cost them anything to create the digital shoe, so that's all profit.
It's all profit.
No manufacturer, no people to deal with,
Nothing.
nothing
Nothing.
out of thin air.
Out of thin air.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And so you have to understand that without NFTs and all of that, none of the Decentraland works. None of decentralized finance, none of the metaverse, none of that works. And all this stuff is already being created. The metaverse is being created, decentralized finance is being created, virtual reality is being created because we're already heading in a direction. We're in a transitional shift of what's going to happen. Just like when you look at the .com era. This is why the metaverse and all the NFTs, you got to learn how to create stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you can get into the new market because a lot of companies are going to fail. A lot of products are going to fail. Yeah, you got to use your instinct of an investor and make smart, decisive moves. You know what I mean? And try to use as much information to think and change your mindset of just doing to trying to understand what it is. Because they got a lot of products out here in the crypto world that'll get you because so many people are not studying. They just thinking they're going to get rich quick. And they're jumping in thinking, oh, yeah, the crypto. But the crypto space don't have regulation. It's the wild, wild west. You
Yeah.
know, somebody tell you, I'm gonna make you an NFT for you and charge you $1,000. There's a lot of people that just have the money and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get rich. Don't work like that. You see what I mean? It's still a learning curve, and we're good because we're the generation that's on the front end. You know what I mean? And we're gonna be able to really, really, really have a different impact because we can teach it for real. The biggest thing, like I said, OpenSea is where everything is going. Everybody goes to OpenSea because OpenSea does some unique things with their NFTs. Um, they do some unique things with their NFTs, and so the NFTs basically get sold on here because the NFTs are this is the first original place where you can actually go to. They do something different. They don't actually create your NFT every time you're actually creating it. Basically, what they do is it's called a lazy mining, and it saves you a lot of money. And this is where you go to. I recommend anybody doing NFTs. This is where you would go to because you only have to pay the gas fee one time. On a lot of the other platforms, you have to pay the gas fee up front, or you have to pay the gas fee to mint so many um, NFTs at one time, so you can have enough to sell on the marketplace. OpenSea, you don't have to actually. Go ahead, Stacy.
Did you I don't know if you explained to everyone what a gas fee is.
Um, okay, so a gas fee in cryptocurrency is the transaction fee. One of the biggest things about it is cryptocurrency transactions are not free. Although nobody's talking about the transaction prices and really they just talking about the price of Bitcoin going up and down and how it's making money. A lot of people are kind of it's propaganda because everybody, if you're not studying, you think that you know it's just a free system, but it's not. So gas fees are the transaction fees for the blockchain to actually mint new positions in the blockchain. So every time you either buy cryptocurrency, sell cryptocurrency, or anything on the blockchain, they charge you a fee to be able to mint or create a new block, and they call it gas fees. And this is what you're going to encounter as you use crypto. And this is how exchanges and different marketplaces make money is they charge you the gas fees or whatever it costs them to actually create to do the pending transaction. And so that's what gas fees are. OpenSea, they have a lazy minting process where you don't have to pay so much gas fees. You can create your NFT and then you only have to pay they only charge you as you mint them, not or as they create it, versus with some charge you soon as you want to create your NFT, you have to create so many because they're making money off the gas fee. You see what I mean? And so
Got
it's the same. That's why I say we have to understand going forward that it's the same thing that we already see with the banks charging us fees on our money. Somebody's always wanting the fees off your money, even in decentralized finance. They still want the fees for your money. And that's why we have to learn what's really going on versus just jumping out there and trying to interact with a new world. But somebody still want to get paid. It's never gonna be free. You know what I'm saying? And so that's one of the biggest things that I found out on that. And so that's why I said I wanted to bring it to you, because everybody in Next Play, man, we talk about this, and we've been showing the plots of land, we've been showing all the different things about Decentraland, and this is my part. I'm gonna take this one on hard this year because there's a lot of money being made in NFTs. The cool thing about it that I probably left out, and I'm gonna bring this up before I go to my point that I want to make. Uh, every time your NFT sells, you make a percentage of it. It can sell to anybody. You may not even be holding it. That's what creates the value, just like art. You know what I mean? When somebody else may sell it and then make the value go up because they bought it. So you have to understand the world of how, even if it could be 10 owners down and you still getting a percentage of your sales. And that's what the new world is. But where I think, and I'm gonna tell Next Play, why I think the money is, because you can sell a lot more faster, is wearables. Wearables are NFT as well, but people are not talking about them as much. Because wearables are what's going to be needed inside of the metaverses.
Wearables.
Whether you might like the shirt I have on, or the shirt that you know what I mean. You may have on the shoes you may have on. Somebody may want those shirts, and you can actually even take copyright material if you alter it a certain way and make it yours. You need to go look at that, because it's the craziest part about it. The whole thing with cryptocurrency is actually threatening copyright protection, because the fact is I can take something because I own it. I can take the image and alter it a little bit. Now I become the owner, even though you are the creator. You see what I mean?
Like,
But
I know, like a couple of weeks ago, they had the NFT out, the Berkey bag.
yep.
It was a big seller
Mm-hmm.
on the Metaverse.
Mm-hmm.
And they were
And it wasn't.
paying
Mhm.
$14,000 for a Berkey bag.
But it wasn't made by
NFT.
them.
You're right.
It wasn't
Isn't
made
that
by
something?
them.
Huh?
It wasn't made by the people that make the Berkey bag, the real Berkey
Nah,
bag.
nah,
Mm-hmm.
nah.
Yeah.
But it was hot.
Would you say it was 1,400?
Oh,
1,000,
14, huh?
1,000, bro. Like a real Berkey, man. Like, well, the ladies, y'all talk about the Berkey bag. I don't know a whole lot about it.
What messed up? Messed up. You know about them, don't you?
But you know about the Berkey bag, Miss Tubman?
How many bags you got, man?
She out of here. So the big thing now. The big thing now, man, on the metaverse, as y'all can see, man, they having parties. You know what I'm saying? The wearables are becoming a real big factor, because as you can see, I got a picture up here to show y'all. They got chains that can actually, like, people icing out chains where they can hold their NFT, their digital artwork on their necklaces. They having flexing, you know what I mean? They having parties, and then there's this woman, uh, one of her NFTs that actually got sold was a cosplay. You know what I mean? Outfit uniform that they actually made virtual, and then they turned around and made it for real, and they sold out. So the creation of NFTs and wearables, people are gonna have wearables in Decentraland and in Meta and all of that, because people are gonna want to have clothes. So here's where the people that actually did, with the digital skills, because the cool part about it is, they're, all of the stuff I'm going to give you the software. They're giving the software away free. You just got to sit down and learn it. So I'm going to put it up here in a minute for all the people in Next Play. If you want to learn how to make wearables, you can take a shirt. If you want to really make some money, passive income or whatever else, this is the way you can do it. Take the time to learn how to do the digital platform. A little bit of time, yeah, some more work. Yeah, I know it ain't enough time in the day, but this is the way of the future if you want to be able to be relevant. Because you're gonna see, just like we was talking about Nike, the company, they're making digital shoes, NFTs that are digital shoes, and everything is gonna be digital. But these wearables, you got to understand, people around the world, again, they're gonna be, you can sell your digital shoe around the world. It doesn't have to be we don't have to depend on the people right there next to us anymore. You see what I mean? We don't have to depend on family and friends like we used to. Well, we can actually just depend on, we can meet people around the world just by communicating and talking, and actually keeping it honest and brutal. You know what I mean? Just being truthful to our products and selling it how it works. So, that's one of the biggest things about the NFT market, because you can sell a picture, and you have to think about it in the context of this. And if somebody buys a plot of land in the metaverse, it's going to be pretty expensive,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
All right. But it's just like now, and I don't want to say this, people can afford clothing before they can afford land. You see what I mean? People can buy Jordans before they can have a house. People can blow money on trips before you know what I'm saying? They can spend they can spend money on regular stuff a lot more than they can on stuff that, is just sitting there. So when you look at the metaverse and what we're looking at, there are going to be plenty of people that need outfits and clothes. Yeah, they're going to buy a lot of brand names. They need shoes. They need hats. They need hair. You can change your hair, and as I showed y'all a couple of weeks ago in the metaverse, you can change your complete profile. You know what I mean? You don't have to. You don't have to look like you. You can go in and create your own hairdos, and everything about you is customizable in the metaverse, which is what we're dealing with. And so you got to understand how the NFT game. Why waste time with somebody creating a picture when if you're gonna create an NFT, you can create something that's gonna be useful, and you got a better chance at making money.
True.
So you got more people that's gonna willing to buy stuff. And again, this is why you got to go back and create your tribe. You got to in the coming years in the world, you're gonna have to put in a little bit more work. Everybody's gonna have to be a business, because you're gonna have to, in order to compete, you're either gonna be a consumer or a provider. Either way it go. But it's gonna
All
be,
mindset.
yeah, it's all in the mindset. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that's why I chose my shirt tonight, because I wanted to make sure I get my point clear in a minute. And it's all in the mindset. But the cool thing about what's really going on, they're giving away the information for free. You know, the software is called Blender. You go download Blender for free, learn how to use Blender, and you can make your own NFT wearables, watches, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? You just got to learn and don't go on YouTube. So that's why this is the next play today, because if order we gonna learn how to use this next chapter of money and investing, you got to learn. They're gonna have NFT. They're gonna have them, and they're gonna have wearables. People are gonna everything that we see in our regular life now is gonna be digitized. Either you get in now and start learning how to be in that market. If you're a hustler, entrepreneur, product creator, anything, you got to be figuring out now, how can I sell my if you may have people may want some CMOS tablets on their shelf at their house in the virtual world. You know what I mean? Anything can be sold. People may want the AKA, you know what I'm saying? Like, even me, I was sitting there thinking, you know what I'm saying? So all these things about sororities and everything else, people are going to want to buy them. People are going to want to be able to wear them. And you got to think the next play is, oh, I can create it and get paid off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can use Blender, create the wearables, upload it, pay it. Yeah, you might spend $250, $300 to upload it. But if it's $200 every time somebody buy it, and you sell 10 of them, it's still the same mathematics of economics with business. Product development, product placement, product sales. The game is not really changing. They're repurposing the words, and people are getting stuck and confused on the terminology and wording, because they're not used to doing it, because their mindset has been stuck one way for so long. Instead of looking at the metaverse, cryptocurrency, all this stuff as this new thing that's happening, it's just it's just the evolution of the world and what's coming for everybody to be able to really see how things happen and turn into a digital world where everybody benefits. Now, everybody ain't really gonna benefit, but I'm trying. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of information, and so we gonna share it here. We talked about everything we said, and that's really what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? And that's all I can really kind of really explain it is, yeah, that's the way we actually have it. And all is well. So, hey man, I did that just for y'all, man. Just for y'all, man. You know what I mean? That's why can't nobody see it but y'all.
Woo.
Oh man, y'all funny. But man, so that's the end of the NFTs for the night, man. I didn't really want to. Next week we're gonna talk more about DAOs. And we're gonna kind of keep breaking this whole cryptocurrency thing down, so everybody here at Next Play got a good idea of what's actually going on. And if you decide to put your money in, you know what I'm saying? We want you to be able to make sure, you know what I'm saying? If you're listening to us on a regular, we want you to make sure you be able to know what's, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. Because that's the whole thing. Because as I learn more and more in depth and get back to what I know, everybody else learn, and we keep on keeping everything as it's supposed to be. Other than that, man, what stocks everybody buying tomorrow?
Ooh.
I bought back into some more crypto last week when they took that dip. That's when I bought back in. I think Stacy also bought
Yeah.
for Ethereum or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I jumped in Ethereum on
Yeah.
the dip.
Yeah.
It went down like 4,100. I don't know where it's at now, but I know it dropped to like 4,100.
It went back up. It's back up.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's
good.
good.
So that's what I did. All my whole portfolio as far as crypto, I just bought all of them over again. Same thing.
Okay. That's good.
Yes, top nerd.
Yeah. I'm looking for some opportunities, some dips. I know I got in on T Rowe price. They were falling last week. T Rowe, TROW. They pay a dividend every year. I can tell you what they pay. T Rowe pays a $4 dividend. It's an ETF. Let me look at my Rolodex. Hold on.
So,
Wait a minute.
check this out. Let's do this.
Wait a minute.
We got a couple of minutes while you looking in your Rolodex. I want everybody to
I
really
love you, Mr.
understand.
River. I love that Rolodex.
So just to make it plain, I want to know. So maybe we got some people that still, we have different people catching on and coming in here all the time, and then we got different people listening. Break down how you make the money with the dividend, because see, that's what I was gonna say earlier, but I don't think. Look, why we got a couple of minutes, because I don't think people really understand that you can even lose money and still make money with dividend, like the stock price.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though.
Yeah.
Right. Basically, even if the stock price fall, go the other way, as long as you don't sell, they're going to pay you the dividend.
Just for holding there. Just for holding.
Right. Just for investing in the business.
So if you got 1,000 shares, even though the stock price fall,
right,
because you paying the dividend, because you're gonna get paid the dividend,
it may balance out.
It balances out, and your money is still valuable.
Right. That's right.
Right.
And then if you buy more stocks with the dividend, you get more dividend, right?
Right. Yeah. More dividend.
So it creates this, like you said, the snowball effect, where if it just sits there versus a 401k, if you got a bunch of drip fund, it might build bigger than what you put in by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you make your own investments.
So that's a long term?
Yeah, that's long term.
Long term.
Yeah, long term investment. But if done right, it really allows you the freedom you want, where real freedom, like, is when you don't have to worry about nobody bothering you, and nobody can address you about anything, and you can still earn your passive cash flow.
Yeah.
That's the real passive cash flow. If you want to go on the beach and stay out there for 6 years and you can still make your cash flow and nobody bother you,
that's it.
True passive cash flow.
When Franco and I first met, we had a conversation. I told him something that me and a few of my friends had kind of figured out. And it's a very simple concept, but as long as I've been alive, it hit me like a ton of bricks. But we were talking about retirement and things like that. We're talking about, investments and things that come to retirement. And at the end of the day, retirement is when your assets have the ability to pay for your liabilities.
True.
That's a good one.
True.
Once that happens, what's that dude? There's a guy, an Asian guy, has a YouTube channel. Half of it's kind of scammy, but he talks some funny stuff. And he has this thing. He calls it
Robert Kiyosaki.
No. That's Rich Dad Poor Dad. But I forget his name. But anyway, he has this thing he calls, and he markets this his courses and things on how to get FU money. That's what they call it. He calls it FU money. But the thing is that when you have assets, enough assets to pay for your lifestyle, your style of living, okay? So if you live a modest life, it only takes so much in terms of assets to keep generating this passive income for you to literally, go to an island. And a lot of these people, there's a lot of Black couples out here that have, they call it, I'm sure you guys have heard of FIRE income. Have you guys heard of that? FIRE?
Mm-mm.
That have, once you accumulate, you have a lifestyle. Say you live off, $50,000 a year. Okay. And these guys, there's a lot of these guys, just do a quick Google search on this, FIRE income. And they are moving to places like Portugal, to all these places, so that, and we're talking full couples, like full families, husband, wife, couple kids. And because of economies of scale, the cost of living is a little bit cheaper in some of these places. They have accumulated enough assets to go and live the rest of their lives, literally the rest of their lives, and not have to worry about whether they have to work, have to exchange time for money anymore.
Bingo. That's it. That's it. So that's one of the great things. I think it's a good story, Reggie, man. Hey man, that one right there is good, man. I definitely know. You know what I mean? Because passive income, cash flow states. You see that big yellow, that big sign on the front of it? He all about cash flow. The old man with a roller deck, man.
They gonna find me about rolling it.
I'm not gonna let them do you like that.
I know, right?
The reason that I am here, the reason that I am.
What'd you say?
The reason that I am here right now is I'm trying to build out a Rolodex.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I met you, Franco, is that it's all about I truly, that it sounds like a joke, but at the end of the day, that's the truth. That's actually the crux of the lesson that you just gave.
Yeah.
Because building up your following and being able to sell to your following, it's just an old school term for it.
Yeah.
It used to be a Rolodex, but it's all about the Rolodex. Because I know plenty of people that are smarter than me, that are more talented than me, but don't got the same financial base, don't have the same money because they don't have the Rolodex.
Rolodex is who you know.
That's gonna be a shirt next week. It's all about the Rolodex, baby.
Yes, sir. Merch. We need a T-shirt made.
I can see him now. Hey, he's so serious though. He might have 20,000 papers over there. He know all of them.
Oh, he got me today.
Old school, you can't take that away from you though.
Hey man, I learned so much from him, but boy, woo. Hey man. Hey man.
You got me today, boss.
I got you today. I've been building up for you.
Hey, but Miss Tuck, man, everybody, man, I gotta stop for y'all. Check out Kroger's.
Oh, how much is it?
It's on a massive pullback, but look.
This the grocery store?
Yeah.
Look, yeah. I guarantee you that mug gonna rebound. You can y'all pull up Kroger's right now. You'll see what I'm talking about.
And Kroger's running $1.68 dividend too, just so y'all know. That chart too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kroger's also relatively inflation proof.
We going in the after hour, y'all.
So let me see.
All right.
You said Kroger. How much is it, Sam?
It's
Kroger probably about 40 something.
44.79. Huh?
How much?
It's probably
44.
around in the 40s.
It's 44.79.
I want to thank everybody for coming out to Next Play Investors. Another great show. We have fun and enjoy the conversations and actually be able to talk and actually do everything we want to do. You know, that's the whole purpose. As a group of us, we get together to create and build a mindset of investing and learning and doing the different things and hearing different mindsets from each and every one of you. We would like to invite you to join and come out. We know it's every Sunday at 7:30. Join the Facebook group. Catch the link. You can also catch us on. You can also check us out on YouTube and on Instagram. So, you know, if you're looking to actually be able to see all the things that are going on with Next Play Investors and come on the group and actually join and get involved, we definitely invite y'all to come out, you know, take a look at everything and see exactly what's going on. We definitely want to make sure everybody is actually, you know, enjoying themselves and leave feedback and comments on any social media platform. We definitely here to, you know, to teach and share so everybody can actually get better and better, you know, at learning and being more comfortable and making the habit and the mindset to learn. You know, we always welcome for everything else, and we're gonna see you next Sunday. We are here every Sunday, and we're gonna see you next Sunday, and you know, see what the conversation's about. Thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful good night.